welcome back to the channel. You know me, it's that M.I.C. Craig, aka Mr. Impact, back to discuss the upcoming Against All Odds coming tomorrow on TNA Plus. Got a lot to talk about, but first things first, if you feel like it, maybe drop a little subscribe to the channel, follow me here, there, everywhere. Recently did an interview with British wrestling star Adam Bolt. If you can go check that out, be a great help to me. Just drop a little subscribe. Trying to get to 50 subscribers. So it all goes a long way, and I appreciate you coming and watching this video. But I guess without any further ado, we should get into the card for Against All Odds from a sold out Chicago Cicero Stadium. Let's kick it off with the countdown show. One match listed for the countdown show. Again, this is the current card as of today. Obviously, we have Impact tonight. They might add a couple more on there, but timing-wise, it's just easy if I do this now. So, but all my predictions will be on my social medias. You know the deal by now. I'll list all my predictions, but we'll get into the countdown show. As I said, only one match listed, and that is Sami Callihan taking on the Octopus, Jonathan Gresham. Now, I like the Gresham character. I think TNA tend to do these characters quite well. They're dark characters. I'm certainly intrigued by what is happening here. The whole ink thing with Gresham making people ill for weeks. I don't think we've seen Kushida since the referee, and Santino getting ill a little bit. Sami Callihan playing it off spectacularly. I love Sami Callihan. I'm so happy he is back. And this Gresham character is working for me. I was a bit worried we were going to lose Gresham to WWE or somewhere. I didn't think he wasn't being featured that much before this. Glad he is now. But I was worried we were going to lose Gresham. I didn't think he was going to resign, but then he did. And we're getting this octopus character. Although this slightly bugged me that an octopus mask has 5 tentacles. Like, little things in there. But yeah, it's interesting to see what's going on with this character, because I like Gresham a lot, and obviously I wasn't too familiar with him before he came to TNA, before he did this whole thing with Ring of Honor against Chris Sabin. Then I was a big fan of his style, big fan of the wrestling element of his I guess that was it, just a pure wrestler, wasn't he? But now he's added some more onto it with this darker character, still wrestling his arse off. But he's not just a wrestler's wrestler. Who's disappointed with the lack of rules and the lack of the lack of keeping people under control and the authority around in TNA. But as far as the match goes, it's a tough one. It really is. But I think Gresham will win this one. Not entirely sure why, if I'm honest. I've got a feeling Jonathan Gresham's going to win this one. Maybe some shenanigans going on, but yeah, I'm sticking with Gresham because I don't even particularly know why, but I just got this feeling Jonathan Gresham will pick up the win in this match on the countdown to Against All Odds. Next up, we have tag team action. Eric Young and Josh Alexander taking on the ABC, Ace Austin and Chris Bay. Out of nowhere, don't mind it that much. I think it's probably I think this would be the real start of the downfall of the ABC when they lose to EY and Josh. it makes sense they're in tag team action considering, Eric Young lost most of his ear and Alexander got injured in the last man standing against Hammerstone at Rebellion. So it makes sense to bring him back and just tag team action, so they don't have to do an awful lot. They can tag in and out, and they can burn at a nice pace. It should be a very good tag team match. ABC are phenomenal, but it does look like I'm not sure who, but potentially one of them is turning on the other in the ABC. I'm leaning more towards Chris Bay turning than Ace Austin. I did have a kind of prediction, but this was when I thought they might have gone with ABC versus the System. We'll get into the Systems match in a little bit, but I had a feeling they might have gone with ABC versus the System. And when ABC lose, one of them turns on the other and joins the System, so that then they can focus on bringing in the X Division Championship to the System. But now we're going with EY and Josh versus ABC, and I'm gonna go with Eric Young and Josh Alexander to pick up the win here, because like I said, it seems as though we're heading towards an ABC split, which would be disappointing because they've been such a great tag team, and I thoroughly enjoy their matches. That we all knew Ace Austin and Chris Bay were two excellent pro wrestlers, two future world champions without a shadow of a doubt. Shadow of a doubt. What's that? Shadow of a doubt. I mean, it's gonna be a banging tag team match. Unfortunately, it does. Oh, when they had their match on Impact a couple of weeks ago, and they raised up his hand and stuff, but when you've been watching wrestling for a long time, you get that sense that when someone's going to turn on their partner. We've seen it all too often. I don't want it to happen, but it looks more than likely that it will be happening, which, as I said, is very, very unfortunate. But hey, we move. It's undoubtedly going to be a great tag team match. Next, then, we have another tag team match, this time of Steve Macklin and Max Santana versus the Rascals of Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz. I don't mind it. Macklin and Santana, two very good singles wrestlers who've also had success as a tag team, although Macklin went in NXT with the Forgotten Souls? Forgotten Souls, I think it was. With bruv. And a buddy. And that's Blake. Blake from Murphy and Blake? Yeah. I can't remember. It's been that long, but yeah. But yeah, Macklin Santana taking on the Rascals. Again, should be a very, very good tag team match. Santana as a tag team wrestler, he's such a good tag team wrestler. Fantastic singles wrestler, and in my opinion, will be the TNA World Champion during his current contract. And yeah, I'm again, his card got a very much put together kind of thing. It's not the best, most exciting card, which it's unfortunate, but I'm liking this idea for this matchup. Now, of course, it's a classic can they coexist thing, but again, I don't mind it. Against the Rascals as well, I mean, it should be very good. You've got some different styles here. Obviously, Santana's bulked up quite a bit since he has faced the Rascals. And you've got Steve Macklin, who I don't know what it is, but I love Steve Macklin. I rate him so highly, and I'm gutted he didn't get a lengthy world title run because he absolutely should have. But it just wasn't meant to be, I guess, at that point. But I'm gonna go with. Oh, again, it's card in general is quite difficult to call apart from the next 4 matches. But I'm going to say. I'm going with the Rascals win. With, I think, Macklin and Santana might get in each other's way a little bit. So I'm going to say the Rascals to pick up the win in this one. But again, it is kind of tough to call. But I'm sticking with the Rascals. I think they're a genuine tag team, a very, very good tag team. And although Macklin's and Santana have been in very good tag teams in the past, I think experience of teaming together will benefit the Rascals here. So I'm saying Trey and Wentz will pick up the win. Next, it's the first of the championship matches, and we're starting with Mustafa Ali taking on Trent Seven for the X Division Championship. And this is probably the easiest match to call of the night. Mustafa Ali is going to win this. It's his hometown. I don't see Trent Seven winning the X Division Championship, but that's not taking away from how good this match could very well be. Trent Seven, I mean, I wasn't expecting Trent Seven to get an X Division championship shot. Slur my words down, Craig. I wasn't expecting it, but I would have preferred it to be Bayley. But with the shenanigans going on in that one-on-one match Bayley and Seven had, yeah. Yeah, it's fine. And it could play into it a little bit. But plus, if Bayley faces Mustafa, then it's a good chance Bayley should win it. So it makes sense that Ali gets Seven in his hometown, pick up a win. Again, I'm guessing there'll be some shenanigans, but in Ali we trust. And still X Division champion. I've said it in previous videos. I love Mustafa Ali. I think he's representing the X Division very, very well. And I'm all for continuing this reign for as long as we can possibly go for. I feel like potentially to a Slammiversary this could go on. And then Speedball wins the title at Slammiversary. It would make a lot of sense. But we'll have to wait and see what happens when we come to it. But yeah, I'm very much predicting a very, very good match. Again, styles makes fights, and these two have very different styles. Ali can move about, and Trent's just a powerhouse. So I'm sticking with Mustafa Ali. The Ali campaign will continue on, and he will reign as X Division champion. So the next title match we have is for the TNA World Tag Team Championships. The System, Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards with Alicia Edwards will take on the Nemeth brothers with a Z, Nick and Ryan Nemeth, in tag team action. Very tag team heavy, this card. I don't mind it too much. Again, System for the win. Nemeth brothers, they're going to have their first proper tag team match tonight. So I mean, I like this. I like the Nemeth brothers teaming together. I know a lot of people thought it might be in AEW, but it's in TNA. And yeah, I'm cool with it. again, I wasn't too familiar with Ryan Nemeth before he popped. I knew who he was, just hadn't seen him in the ring before. And yeah, it should make for an interesting match. Again, there's not much to say on this. The System are having a very, very good run. If it is just a little bit samey, I'm not. But the System as a group, I mean, when was the last time a group in TNA held this many titles at the same time? I, I honestly can't think of. I can't think of it. Not in recent memory anyway. Factions in TNA have an interesting history, to say the least. It's very much hit and miss with a lot of factions, but objectively they seem to be getting it right with the System. Moose is the leader and the world champion. You've got Eddie and Myers. You've got Alicia, who deserves a run as a champion. You know, it's been a long old time. It's not mentioned, but I wanted to talk about Marsha for a little bit. I'm not a fan of what's happening here. It's nothing on her. She's not being featured. She's won half of the Knockouts Tag Team Champions, and she's not being featured. Occasionally get a mention or occasionally pop up, but it's not. You know, at the start it was Marsha's gonna kill you, and now it turns out everyone can beat Marsha. It's ridiculous. She's arguably one of the biggest names on the independent scene worldwide right now. One half of Knockouts Tag Team Champions, and what has been seen twice, 3 times since they won the championship. One of them being on Explosion. I'm not a fan of how Marsha's being presented in TNA at the minute, which is, in fact, if I'm honest, it's been the case for a long old time. Came in, dominated, beating everyone. Got some real opponents. First real opponent, she gets beat. Not only just get beat, is beaten twice. But I digress. As I said, I'm going with the System to retain. Should be an interesting matchup. So now we'll go to the most intriguing match on the card, and that is for the Knockouts World Championship. Jordynne Grace issues an open challenge. And of course, there's a lot of speculation of who it's going to be. Will it be someone off the roster? Will it be someone from NXT? I do think it will be someone from NXT. I've got 3 people in mind of who it could be. My first thought when this was announced that it was going to be an open challenge was that the winner of the NXT North American Women's Championship will end up challenging Jordynne, which is now we know is Kalani Jordan. I can see that being a very real possibility. But then you've got the Tatum Paxley thing, you know, being backstage on NXT, saying how the Knockouts title is important to her too, and then trying to steal the Knockouts World Championship from ringside during Jordynne's match at Battleground with Roxanne Perez. And of course, you've got Natalya. Jordynne and Natalya have been teasing this for so long. But I am slightly leaning more towards Tatum Paxley. But then you've got to ask yourself and I know the majority of TNA fans, particularly online, know and follow NXT. Do they know Tatum Paxley well enough to get a good reaction if she when that shows up? Which, again, I know clips been shared about, so you probably do know of her and what she's up to. But I do think we Tatum Paxley. If I can just I guess fantasy book a little bit for a second. and think of a what if kind of situation. And what if it's Tatum Paxley? Jordan beats Tatum Paxley. Maybe some interference from Ash by Elegance, but Jordan beats Tatum Paxley, and then maybe I think it has to be an on-screen promo thing, or I think on the Tron, maybe we'll get a video from Natalia challenging Jordan for Slammiversary, which again would make sense being her home country. But again, I have no. This is all heart over head in this kind of situation. But either way, Jordan Grace retains the Knockouts World Championship, and we'll go to Slammiversary. Although it does kind of seem like they're building Ash by Elegance to challenge for the Knockouts Championship. Gotta say, I'm not the biggest fan of it. I like Ash by Elegance. I think there's a lot of potential in this character. But match quality isn't personally my favourite. You can go a long way on character. You can go a long way on character. But challenging Jordan Grace, you need a lot more than character. If we're supposed to believe that you're going to beat Jordan Grace. On Battleground, majority of people wanted Jordan to win the NXT Women's Championship, and in NXT they had to protect Jordan a little bit more by having the interference. I don't know if Ash by Elegance should be beating Jordan Grace. Please prove me wrong. But it's just great character. Not a fan of the in-ring stuff because it's what Ash's main opponent so far has been Xia Brookside. Fine, but yeah, But as far as this match goes, Jordan will retain, and I think it'll be Tatum Paxley accepting the challenge. Maybe they go for a triple threat with Ash Barty against then Tatum Paxley, but I think we Tatum Paxley and Jordan Grace will retain the Knockouts World Championship. Now let's take it on over to the main event for the TNA World Championship. Moose of the System defends against Broken Matt Hardy. Moose is going to win this one. It's just Moose will. I can't legitimately see Matt Hardy winning the TNA World Championship. I mean, I could be wrong, See, the problem I've had is with Moose's title reign. Besides Nick Nemeth, there hasn't really been anyone that I thought can feasibly and believably take this title from Moose. I just don't think Matt Hardy is the one for this. Is it going to be entertaining? Should be, particularly with them going to the Hardy compound tonight, which I'm extremely looking forward to. But Matt Hardy to win the TNA World Championship? I don't think so. I think it will be Nick Nemeth. Potentially Slammiversary. But it should be a good match either way. But this match should be very good. I just don't think Broken Matt is going to win the world title. Moose, there'll be some shenanigans, of course. It's the system. There's going to be some shenanigans involved with the other three, but I just don't see a way in which Moose loses the World Championship yet. I mean, again, arguably it hasn't been the most entertaining of reigns. It's all been shenanigans, But yeah, I'm gonna say Moose again with some outside interference from the system. But yeah, there we have it. Those are my predictions and my thoughts on the upcoming Against All Odds tomorrow on TNA Plus, and you can also watch it on Triller TV, Fight TV. But yeah, my hype level for this card is maybe around a 7, and to predict a match of the night of this card, I mean, EY and Josh and ABC has a lot of potential. Jordan Grace, the interest level around who's going to take this challenge up is probably an 8. I think, again, it's just doing it right, isn't it? Just about doing it right. But yeah, there we have it. Those are my thoughts, my predictions. Let me know what you think and your predictions. Put them in the comments if you like, or just message me, or just reply to the post. This is on social medias. Let me know what you're thinking going into this card, and particularly who you think will accept the open challenge. If you're watching this today, or if you're watching this before Against All Odds, I would have put up I'm going to do a little competition. There'll be a Google form posted on my socials and in the link to this video of, who, give me your predictions, and maybe you'll win a little something. Who knows, right? But yeah, don't forget to follow me here, there, everywhere. Subscribe, please. It really does help. As I said at the start of this video, I'm trying to get to 50 subscribers. So I appreciate those who already have. If you haven't, it just takes 2 seconds. It really, really does help. It is really, really. It says, I know a lot of YouTubers say the same thing, but it really does help. So once again, thank you for watching. Follow me here, there, everywhere. Check out Against All Odds, and as I said, there's a little competition going on my socials and in the link to this video. So thank you for taking the time. I've been the MIC. Until next time, goodbye, my friends.